What's going on, guys? Kalipis Tech here, coming back at you with another video. This is the beginner's guide to the BLU View 2. In this video, I'm going to be going over some different functions that you're going to want to know about when you're setting up this device for the first time. So let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to show you is a quick way to customize your home screen. Now this can be done simply by pressing one finger on the screen and holding it for just a second. Now you're going to get some options to change the home settings or wallpapers, and it's a nice quick way to customize your phone without having to dig around in the normal settings menu. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to change your wallpaper. Now this can be accomplished one of two ways, and I'm going to show you both of them. So the first way is exactly what we saw. Press and hold a finger anywhere on the home screen. This menu is going to come up and you're going to select wallpapers. You'll be taken right here where you can choose whatever wallpaper you want. The other thing you can do is go to the settings menu, go to display and wallpaper. Now you're going to be able to choose from actual wallpapers that are installed on the phone or photos. I personally like the first option the best, but if you happen to be in the settings menu for any other reason, then the second way is also an option. The next thing I'm going to show you is one that's personally really important to me, and that is the sounds. When you first get a phone, their default sounds can be super obnoxious, and you might want to change them or even disable them. Well, it's actually really easy to do on this phone. So what you're going to do is go to settings and sound right here. Now you're going to be able to change the media volume. So basically, if you're watching a video or listening to music, something like that, that's what this is going to control. The call volume, now this isn't what you might think. This has nothing to do with your ringtone. This is actually when you're talking on the phone, this is the volume you're going to hear through the earpiece. So keep that in mind. And then of course the ring volume. This is where your ringtone is going to come in. And for me personally, I don't even like ringtones, so I have it all the way muted. And then the alarm volume, if you set alarms, pretty straightforward. By default, for whatever reason, vibrate is not on for this phone. So if you do want your phone to vibrate, you're gonna just toggle this on. And as a side note, getting texts and all that does still count for the ring volume, so keep that in mind. The next thing I'm gonna show you is actually probably equally important to sounds, and that is the notifications. I don't know about you guys, but for me, notifications can get super annoying if I'm getting ones that I don't want all the time. So I'm going to show you how to avoid that. We're going to go to settings and apps and notifications. This is the main apps and notifications screen. Now you start out with a lot of apps, and if you get more, then it just increases from there. So what I would personally do is as soon as you get a notification that you don't want, come to this screen, hit notifications right here, and it's going to show you all the notifications you got from the last 7 days. To be honest, I really don't know why it doesn't show you just all the notifications for all your apps. That would make a lot more sense, but unfortunately, this is how it is. So every time you get a notification that you don't want to get, come onto this screen, hit see all from last 7 days, and you'll be able to see all the notifications from the different apps you got in the past 7 days and go through these and turn off all the ones you don't want notifications from. I know it's a pain, but unfortunately it can be a pain, but this is pretty much the easiest way to do it. The next thing I'm going to show you is a really unique feature to this specific device, and that is how to install a microSD card. Now, microSD cards in and of themselves are not really unique. Pretty much every phone out there has the ability to use a micro SD card, so that's really nothing new. But the way it's done on this phone is not very obvious, so I'm gonna show you. So see this little tab right here? You're gonna wanna pop this open, and this is gonna detach the back from the phone. This is gonna open up the battery compartment. And right here is the slot for the microSD card. Now keep in mind, you can use a microSD card up to 128 gigabytes, and that's pretty much the max it can support, which is honestly a lot of storage, but just keep that in mind. In 2021, it's not every day that you see a phone that has a detachable back, but once you get the hang of it, it actually is really easy to install the microSD card. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to take a screenshot. Every phone has its own way to do it, so let's take a look at how you do it with the BLU View 2. So what you're going to do is take the power key and the volume down key and press and hold them at the same time. And once this pops up, you know the screenshot's been taken. When you do take a screenshot, you will have the option to edit or share that screenshot right away. But as you can see there, it doesn't stay up for long until automatically saving to your photo library. So if you do want to edit or share a screenshot before that, definitely act quickly. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to change your screen lock. Now this is basically whether you want a pattern, a pin, a password, or no security. Unfortunately, this phone doesn't have biometrics like a fingerprint scanner or face unlock, so you do have to choose one of these options. Right now, this phone has no security, so I just swipe up and it's going to unlock, but we can change that by going to settings, security, and screen lock right here. And as you can see, there's no screen lock right now, and you can select any of these options and it's going to change to that. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to auto rotate the screen. So auto rotate screen, in case you don't know, is basically when you're on a web page or something like that and you go like this and the screen automatically rotates to landscape mode. And it's actually really easy to do. In fact, there are two ways to do it, so I'm going to show you right now. So the first way is by pulling down your quick menu and hitting this little icon right here. Right now, auto rotate is off and then it's back on. Pretty easy to do. The other way is through the settings menu. So we're going to go to settings, display, advanced, and auto rotate screen. See, it's toggled on. If you want to turn it off, then just hit this button, but otherwise you can just turn it on. And in case you're wondering, this is what it looks like when auto rotate screen is on. Pretty cool, especially if you need to see something in landscape mode. Makes it a lot easier to see. Maybe you're streaming a video, something like that. Pretty nice feature. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to change the screen timeout. Have you ever been looking at your phone and the screen just falls asleep on you? Well, I'm going to show you how to avoid that. So we're going to go back to settings, once again to display, advanced, and screen timeout is right here. You can go as short as 15 seconds or as long as 30 minutes. And I suggest playing around with this and seeing which one works best for you, because it's going to be different for everybody. The last thing I'm going to show you is how to look at your storage information. For its price range, this phone actually has a lot of storage and the ability to expand the storage with a micro SD card up to 128 gigabytes. So when you have storage like this, you're going to want to see what's taking up your space if you ever get close to running out. To do that, we're going to go to settings and open the storage section. Here, you're going to see not only the total amount of space being used in gigabytes and percentage, but also a breakdown of what's using all this space. As we can see right here, the system is actually taking up more space than anything else on the phone, which is a pretty common thing, especially when you get a new phone and are setting it up for the first time. So I would definitely just be aware of what this section is, what the data means, and how to use it, just so you can avoid ever running out of storage. But this was my beginner's guide to the BLU View 2. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you found this information useful as well. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and as always, I will see you in the next video.